I would actually recommend as a therapist. No trolling this time. All right, first up, Brené Brown. She's a cult classic for a reason. This one specifically, this was the first one I read. This one specifically is about shame. And I think it's really important to understand what shame is and how it's honestly kind of at the core of like a lot of our issues. So if you can understand what your shame is and kind of tackle it and realize that there's nothing wrong with us, then you feel a lot better. So it's making the journey from what will people think to am I enough? And a plot twist, we all are. The 4 Agreements, this one is written a little bit new agey, which is not always my jam, but if you can kind of translate it in your head, then it's really, really good. There's like 4 agreements or like principles. Be impeccable with your word, basically only like saying the things that you mean. Number 2, don't take anything personally. That one, I think if I could have you choose anything to read, that chapter in this book. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Number 4, always do your best. So it's like pretty short, pretty easy to read, and it's really good. Number 3, attached. Attachment theory is popular for a reason. It's very well researched, very well studied. You can like look up all the research if you really want to. This one talks specifically about relationships. So the new science of adult attachment and how it can help you find and keep love. It goes over anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, and secure attachment. And there's like little quizzes of how to figure out yours and your partner's. And then it talks a lot about like the pros and cons of each one and how you can kind of become a better version of yourself and how you can cope better with like whatever attachment you have, whatever attachment your partner has. Trigger warning, they do talk about the anxious avoidant trap. So if you're in a relationship with that dynamic, you might not like that. Next, Codependent No More. This is it's how to stop controlling others and start caring for yourself. Lots of mentions in here specific to like alcoholism or like having somebody you're close to with a substance use disorder. But I think the principles are really helpful and applicable to anything. Basically, we need to stop focusing on other people and like, oh, I'd be happier if this person did X, Y, Z, and you can just focus on yourself, which as a therapist, I cannot bring other people into the room. I can only bring in my clients. So codependency and focusing on yourself and not other people is really, really helpful. Next, feel the fear and do it anyway. Susan Jeffers. This one is like a little bit older, but this is really good for anxiety. So the anxiety cycle is I feel anxious, I avoid, I feel better, but then in the long run, you are just more anxious because you were never actually conquering your anxiety. So the trick to anxiety is you have to do things scared, you have to do some exposure, etc. This is really good. So it just kind of goes over that. Okay, couples. This one, you are the one you've been waiting for. This is specifically about IFS or internal family systems and how you can use that in like a couple's dynamic. IFS isn't like my bread and butter, but I do think that it could be a good therapy for a lot of people. And I think that the way he phrases things in here, even though it's a little bit abstract and kind of confusing at times,